Hello and welcome to Tuesday Talk Show by Lex Parle. I'm Shubham Balla and I'm here today with Mrs. Reema Bhandari. I will begin with introducing ma'am. Ms. Bhandari works as an advocate at Alliance Law Office, New Delhi, a position that she has been working in since past 21 years. She is a trainer for mediation and cyber laws and an accredited trainer for mediation under the Mediation and Conciliation Project Committee of Supreme Court of India. She is a dispute resolution consultant, advocate, and mediator at Supreme Court and Punjab and Haryana High Court. She is also associated with mediation since its inception in India and has settled more than 1,000 disputes via mediation. Today's topic is mediation and its scope. Ma'am, if you allow me to begin with the talk show, may I?
Yes, as you may begin, and thank you very much for inviting me to this talk show and for praising me so much and giving me the opportunity to interact with a lot of people at your platform. So, thank you so much, and let's begin. Yes.
Ma'am, my first question to you is can you please tell us and our viewers what mediation is in reference to law?
So, in law, basically, apart from law, there is a concept called ADR, that is Alternative Dispute Resolution, which means if the name itself clarifies that you resolve your dispute apart from litigation. This is another way of resolving your disputes uh, in spite of going to the courts. And so, normally, people know that if there is a problem, you will only go to the court and you will litigate, but ADR is apart from litigation, apart from contesting in the courts, you can solve. So there are five kind of ADRs. One is arbitration, second is conciliation, mediation, and then come judicial settlement and your lok adalats. These are five ADRs, and mediation is one of them. So though they all are very different from each other, but I would say that in arbitration again there is an adjudication by a third party, but in mediation there is no adjudication at all. It is a decision of our parties. They are deciding for themselves. Mediator is only a facilitator. That's it. So here you are deciding, and I feel that who else can decide for you better than you? So that is why I totally, love this concept of mediation, that you are sitting with a cool mind, because every problem has, a solution. It's just that we do not look into it and we start, getting into. If you go to the court, one allegation, the counter allegation, and the scenario changes. So that is what is mediation. And Lok Adalat and other ADRs are different kind of ADRs, in which also,
Yes.
but this is the best one. But mediation is somehow, I would say, is very close to conciliation, because mediation and conciliation is there's only a very bleak difference between the two. Is that in in conciliation, the role of a conciliator is more persuasive, and in mediation, the role of a mediator is only facilitative. So, in rather, I would say in Western countries, what we call here mediation, they call conciliation, and vice
Conciliation.
versa. Yeah. So that is what is mediation according to law.
Okay, ma'am. Moving on
So
my
actually, you want to know, there are sections and all, but I don't think कि हमें इस interview में इतना sections बताने की ज़रूरत है, so I'm not
yes.
getting into that.
Okay,
Yeah.
ma'am. Ma'am, moving on my next question to you is how many types of mediations are there? How does it
There,
help in settlement of issue outside the court?
yeah. So there are, I would say, three kind of you can say mediation. One is the court annex mediation, in which the matters are filed in the court, and from there are mediation centers annexed with each of court, and then from there the matter is sent to the mediation center, where the mediators are there to help the parties to resolve the matter. And in those kind of matters, what happens is, once the party resolve their dispute, the mediator try to get the agreement into writing. The matter is sent back to the honorable court, and then the court has, in lieu of the agreement between the parties, after recording their statement, passes a consent decree, on the basis of which the dispute is resolved. This is one. Second is the private mediation. And the private mediation, I would say, is a kind of mediation where parties on their own, they decide, they do not want to go to the court even, they want to amicably decide themselves without even going to the court. So this is uh, I would say normally what we are doing nowadays, since we do not have a specific code as of now for that, and we are awaiting for that, very soon it is coming. So we are trying to draft those kind of agreement as conciliation agreements, so that they are enforced like a decree of a court. As we know, conciliation agreement is enforceable as a decree of the court. So
Yes, ma'am.
that is a private mediation. So you choose a mediator, you go and resolve. So a lot of matters are coming to us also nowadays. I would say, especially during COVID time, it has increased because the courts were closed, and your matrimonial disputes and commercial disputes, they were coming because in commercial disputes also during COVID time, there is a force majeure clause and all those things. So people want that, they want to settle on their own, because even if you go to the court, what the court will do if someone is not able to pay money because of the pandemic problem? So these kind of disputes are coming in the private mediation. And thirdly is the pre-litig. We call it, actually in court also there are centers which deals with pre-lit mediation, we call it. So pre-litigation mediation is the third one. So basically, private mediations are the parties are hiring independently. In pre-litigation mediation, you are again going to the court. So Delhi High Court, for example, it has a facility. So you make an application and a mediator is appointed. So this is also done. So if, you must have heard about Commercial Court Act also, which has
Yes,
made
ma'am.
compulsory that pre-lit mediation is also there. So these are three different kind of mediations. Um, so I'm mostly doing all those which are court annexed right now, and now some private work is also coming.
Okay, ma'am. Moving on to my next question. Ma'am, what are the stages involved in the process of mediation and how is it different from litigation?
So there's I would say it's a Pandora, a very big question, but yes, actually there is a huge difference between mediation and litigation. Mediation is, you are deciding, the approach is collaborative, you are together looking for options to resolve. You can bring a lot of things outside the dispute to resolve your dispute. The language, the communication skills of a lawyer is very different when he's litigating or when he's sitting as a advocate in the mediation. So there is a, and in litigation, we are sitting as rivals between two people, and we are just arguing, and there's a judge who is listening and he's going to decide. So there's a third party deciding for us. In mediation only, the parties are deciding. The first
Parties.
difference is this. Secondly, the approach is collaborative. In mediation, here the approach is not at all collaborative. We are like, we all know that how we argue our matters in the courts, and the communication skills are very different in mediation. And the communication skills are actually totally very different from this thing. And then the most important thing is, mediation brings an end to the dispute. That's the finality. No appeal, nothing. In case
Yes,
of a
ma'am.
court and matter, one can go for revision and appeals, and we all know that that's a lengthy process. So it brings an end. So it saves your time also, if you go to the court. If you do not go to the court, if you opt for this thing, mediation.
Mediation.
And, and there are actually a lot of benefits of mediation. Maybe your one question will be on that. I think most likely ऐसा question होना ही चाहिए. So I will answer at that
Yes,
time.
sir. Okay,
Yeah.
ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Moving on, my next question to you is, ma'am, could you explain the core principle that governs the mediation process that a mediator usually needs to keep in mind?
Yeah. So there are a lot of basic principles of mediation. I would like to uh, talk about few important one. The first one, which I feel is the most important one, is the confidentiality. So I would say confidentiality is the essence of mediation, because if someone is coming to a mediator either through a court referred matter or if it is a private matter, they have to have that trust in the mediator that their secret should not be out. especially when it is a court annex mediation, and when the matter is sent to us in the mediation center, people we are able to resolve a lot of things, because people are telling us a lot of things which they do not want to mention to the court. In court, definitely the strategy is very different.
Yes, ma'am.
So they have to have the trust in us that even if the mediation fails, we are not going to tell the honorable court what they have told us in the mediation. So that confidentiality has to be not only said when the mediation starts, like there's an opening speech, there are I will tell you the different steps also. But in the opening speech itself, we tell the parties that, and so it is not only that we have to say, but we have to make them feel that yes, this is something very important part, because only that, and that has to be established not only by your words, your body language, your physical communication skills, and all those things are there as a whole package, in which we try to establish that whatever is told to us during the mediation will be confidential. And secondly, this confidentiality is also taken care of when we are having separate session with parties. Like if I am having separate session with A, then we have, it is definitely there that we will not tell whatever the secret information has been given to us by A. We will not tell it to B unless A gives me a permission that okay, ma'am, now you can tell them this. So confidentiality is, I would say, is at two stages. One is with the parties and court, and vis-a-vis between the two parties itself. So confidentiality is the essence, and it has to be, it is a duty of the mediator to establish it. First most duty is this. Then second is neutrality and impartiality of a mediator. People are trusting us that we cannot be biased. We cannot have our perceptions in our mind that okay, if I think somebody is like that, I am not going to be a judgmental person कि नहीं ऐसा है तो ये ऐसा ही होगा. Not at all, not at all. We have to leave our perceptions behind. We are not going to judge anybody by the way that person is speaking or the way that person is dressed up, anything. So which is so you have to stay neutral, you have to be impartial. These are another two qualities of a mediator. And the another most important quality of a mediator is the self determination of the parties. We have to make the parties understand that you are not going to influence them anyways. So if you have to make them understand that mediation, in the mediation, the self determination is of the parties. They are deciding, they are the masters, they can go whenever they want to go, they can decide to continue. You have to make them feel that important, that it is your decision, and you are not going to tell them okay nahi nahi aap aise kar lijiye. That is what is that is the main difference between the conciliation and mediation also, is that in mediation we cannot persuade the parties, not
Okay.
at all. That is in conciliation. In mediation we are only facilitative. We cannot tell, like at times parties ask us कि मैडम आप बता दीजिए क्या करें. So parties they are required that they should know that they have to decide. We are there, and we are there to open the communication channels between them, but we cannot decide for them. So these are some important basic principles. And you asked about few stages of mediation also. So in mediation, there are four stages. Actually, it is like first stage is the introduction stage of the mediator as well as the parties, in which the mediator tries to establish a rapport between themselves and the parties. So the first mediator, inform about his or her, background in the mediation, and basic information about them, and then they greet them properly, give them a proper eye contact, so that they should feel important and they should feel that you're not biased. If you can't sit like this and looking at one person, no, you have to sit straight looking into
Okay.
it, both of them like this. So it is, these are very very important things. So the first session is very very important session where all these things are established. And after the introduction, then there is a second stage that is called a joint session, in which the parties they give their information. So because mediator is not having any court file or anything, we don't have anything, so we have to gather information when they're speaking jointly. At times they start fighting also. So that is how they, there's a ventilation from, so they are able to ventilate a lot of things which helps us in resolving the dispute, because after the ventilation they are little calm, and then they okay start thinking about the solution also. It's like a steam, आपके कुकर में से वो steam निकल गया, and then you settle down. So that session is important for mediator to get more information, and it is important for parties because then they are able to say a lot of things which are in the heart, and then they can think about resolving. बोलने के बाद आप solve कीजिए इस problem को. The third stage is the caucus. We call it as a separate session in which the parties. So this kind of session can be suggested by the parties at times if they have something very confidential to tell us, or at times these kind of sessions are initiated by the mediator also, when the mediator at times feel that okay there is something one party wants to tell us, or if the mediator feels that the parties are about to fight, so you want to separate them, you want to deviate the whole thing. So then in that session they tell us a lot of underlying interest, that what are they looking for. At times when you see them you feel okay they want money only, but at times they're looking for an apology, something something, but everybody has their own interest. So that is what is gathered in the separate session. And the fourth stage I would call is the stage of either an agreement or a disagreement. So if there's an agreement, the mediator drafts everything and then shows it to the parties, and the parties read and they want changes. Mediator is duty bound to make all those changes. And if it is not settled, then we simply, if it is a court annexed mediation, we have to send a report. We will say, okay, not settled. Will not, we are not allowed to cite the reason why it is not settled, so that the whatever has happened in the mediation center should not affect the court proceedings. So this is, and if it is a private mediation and all, there is no report
No
because we are
report.
not supposed to report to anyone. So these are four stages of mediation.
Okay, ma'am. Moving on to the next question. Ma'am, could you please tell us what kind of matters are usually settled through mediation?
Yeah, which is a very important question. So what happens in mediation? Uh, Very important to know is criminal matters cannot be decided in mediation. In criminal matters, only very few matters, which are very compoundable kind of, where minor, those kind of matters, but major where the police state is a party, then we cannot decide in the matter. So it is a party's decision. So party cannot say कि मैंने तुमने मेरे को मर्डर कर दिया, मेरे बेटे का मैं माफ कर रहा हूँ. Then the state is a party. Simple for people to understand that this is not in my hand. कि somebody has killed somebody and I am forgiving and okay आप मुझे इतने लाख दे दो. No, not at all. So this kind of matter, and then those public interest litigation, the writ petitions, all those kind of things cannot be कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल, जहाँ पे आपको लॉ को एक्सप्लेन करना है, वो सब मैटर्स आप मीडिएशन में कर ही नहीं सकते हो. बट येस, मीडिएशन इज वेरी गुड. फर्स्ट आई वुड से इज फॉर कमर्शियल मैटर्स, कमर्शियल डिस्प्यूट्स, जहाँ पे पार्टीज दे वांट टू प्रिजर्व देयर working relationship with each other, where is only monetary disputes they can. So what happens, suppose I will give you an example. If it is a commercial dispute and if we are going to the court, what happens, the court will go through the documents and decide. But in mediation at times, if suppose court passes a decree also, कि आपने किसी का 20 लाख का डिग्री पास कर भी दिया, we all know that it is very difficult to get the degree executed also. आप घर अटैच कराओगे. Normally in mediation what we do is we try to think out of the box. We try कि okay, आप अगर पैसे नहीं दे सकते तो आप बिजनेस में और प्रॉफिट दे दीजिए, शेयर्स दे दीजिए. There are a lot of other things which we can think and we can do in mediation. Then second kind of matters are very important, I would say, are the matrimonial matters, where the personal disputes of parties are there. Mediation is best for them. For example, if it is a divorce petition, if it is a divorce petition and parties they do not want to stay, there is no reason that why should they litigate for 5 years in the court and then later on give divorce to each other. So it is good, to think and do it logically, thinks about your terms, go for mutual consent, because there are a lot of things in one matrimonial matters. There's a divorce, there's a child custody, then there's a 498A, then there's a domestic violence. 5 केस हो जाते हैं. So you can resolve all those 5 cases in one decision. Okay, we are giving divorce. We will be giving this. He will be keeping the child. She will be doing this. Or they can decide that okay, we are deciding to stay back together also. So in matrimonial disputes, mediation is definitely the thing. बिकॉज इसमें आप जीत हार कुछ है ही नहीं. जहाँ पे रिलेशनशिप आ जाते हैं उसमें कोर्ट से भी बेटर है कि हम खुद डिसाइड करें. वी हैव वन लाइफ टू लिव, उसको हम लिटिगेशन में निकाल दें या आपस में डिसाइड करके हम अपना फ्यूचर खुद डिसाइड करें. देन अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट 138 मैटर्स,
Yes, ma'am.
negotiable act, and MSCT matters, and labor disputes, and all those kind of matters. They can be, there's a property disputes, then there is a, family disputes with regard to the parents' property. 8-10 brothers are fighting for one thing, and when they come to us, वो 8-10 के भाई बहनों के और सारे बच्चे और उसके बच्चे भी हो जाते हैं. 25-25 गज भी नहीं मिल रहा होता है पर लड़ रहे होते हैं.
Correct, ma'am.
So these kind of disputes, we preserve the relationship. एंड एट टाइम्स एक ही प्रॉपर्टी पे लड़ रहे होते हैं बट उनकी कई बार 2-3 और प्रॉपर्टी होती है, तो हम मीडिएशन में सारी प्रॉपर्टीज को मिला के ही उनका एक डिवीजन करवा देते हैं. So not only they preserve the relationship, they save their time and money which they will waste in the courts unnecessarily. So these are the matters I would say mediation is very opt for that.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, moving on to the next question. Why are soft skills crucial to the entire process of mediation to be successful?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
Ma'am, why are soft skills crucial to the entire process of
Soft,
mediation
I'm
to
sorry, soft. I'm sorry. What? Why are soft?
soft skills?
Soft skills. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so see, soft skills mean what? That you have to have a lot of patience. As a lawyer, we do not have that kind of patience. So we need to have that patience that we have to active listening is a very important skill of a mediator, which is, as a lawyer, हमें आदत नहीं है, हमें बोलने का आदत होता है.
Yes, ma'am.
We are arguing and it is very difficult to sit and hear the somebody और एक ही चीज 4-4 बार कोई बोल रहा है. So this is the most important soft skill mediator is supposed to have. Apart from that, अगर आपने लोगों को एक ventilation देना है, you have to understand, you have to make them feel that what is good and bad. You cannot you cannot build a rapport with them. They cannot trust you. If you are fighting with them, they will not be happy coming to you. So you have to have a kind of personality, your language, uh, that people should be thinking that yes, I should go to this sir or madam again and again. They are the one who are going to decide, or who are going to help me in resolving this problem. So soft skill communication skills is actually a part of our training, and in which we teach them what kind of body language, what kind of communication, how to reframe, and all those things. It's a very we in our 40 hours training we spend almost one day on the improvement of communication skill, exception, especially because what happens is that in mediation, if the lawyer who is doing a mediation, it takes time to have totally different approach. I will be very very honestly saying here that I am into practice for now 28 years, and I started mediation approximately 11-12 years back. But yes, before mediation I was a different person altogether, and mediation has reformed me as a person too. तो मुझे अभी बहुत जल्दी गुस्सा नहीं आता है, एंड एंड मुझे हर बार ही लगता है कि समझा के हो सकता है, which was missing in me. So this is what mediation has taught me, and all the mediators are supposed to have. So these skills are actually very very important skills.
Okay, ma'am. Moving on to my next question. Ma'am, could you enlighten the audience with some advantages of mediation and in what cases mediation is opted for settlement of disputes?
Mm. So cases, I think I've already Shubham told you
Yes, ma'am.
what kind
Um,
of cases. I can talk about the advantages. So there are, I would say, bundle of advantages. I love mediation. I can talk on and on that. But yes, I have to be very short and precise here. So first of all, I would say what I love about mediation, it preserves your relationship, whether it's a matrimonial relationship, whether it's a fight between two friends, whether it is a fight between family people with regard to the money and all, and whether it is a commercial dispute. If you are doing business with somebody for last 20 years, so if you are able to preserve that relationship, that can only and only be achieved with the help of mediation, because in court, definitely you cannot work on relationship between two parties, because the parties, they do not even get the chance to speak with each other. Only the lawyers are speaking. So this is the second advantage of mediation, which I feel, is that they are able to talk themselves about their problem. Whether it is arbitration or court litigation, they are not able to say anything, because they are represented by their lawyer. Then at times they feel frustrated कि सर आपने ये नहीं बताया, मैडम आपने वो नहीं बताया, and we lawyers at times we know कि ये नहीं बताने का है, लेकिन parties को लगता है सब कुछ बता दो. So they are able to do that when they are in mediation, and then it saves your time. You will be spending so many years, and then when the matter is decided, then you one will go to appeal, then आप Supreme Court तक जाइए, आपका बाल सफेद हो जाता है. Then I would say the money part, yes. Mediation, if it is a court annex, तो आपको कुछ पैसे ही खर्च नहीं करने पड़ रहे हैं. Private में, yes, you have to pay some, but definitely if it is a court matter, you all know that it's an expensive affair to hire a lawyer, and every time when you go, you have to be ready with the writing a good check of amount for us as a lawyer. So you save your time, relationship, money, ventilation, and whole lot of things. आपका आउटलुक ही पूरा चेंज हो जाता है एक चीज को देखने के लिए. आपको हमेशा लगता है कि वो जब तक हमने मीडिएशन नहीं सोचा, मतलब इसका एंड ही यही है कि कोर्ट जाओ, इनको मजा सिखा दो. सो द आर थॉट प्रोसेस के मजा सिखाने के अलावा भी लाइफ है, जिसमें हम कोलेबरेटिव होके कुछ एक सॉल्यूशन ढूंढ रहे हैं, विच इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इन मीडिएशन. So, and then the satisfaction that it is your decision is a very important thing in mediation, because here you are the one who are deciding. So ultimately, you will not regret much, and because it's your decision, you will be happily executing on that decision also. दैट सेटिस्फेक्शन, आपको जो भी है, आप कोर्ट से कोई भी डिसीजन आएगा, एक हारेगा एक जीतेगा, वो थोड़ा अनहैप्पी तो रहेगा ही. यहाँ पे आपने खुद डिसाइड किया है, तो यू आर वेरी हैप्पी अबाउट इट. So it's a win-win kind of a
Yes.
situation, because you are deciding it. So there are a lot of benefits. I said I can go on and on. So
Okay,
second,
ma'am.
next question.
Moving on. My next question to you is for student of law. Ma'am, uh, how can a law graduate get into mediation as a career in India or abroad? How to go about the same?
So Shubham, यहाँ पे I would like to say, if it is a court annex mediation, आपके कोर्ट में, हर कोर्ट में, जैसे सुप्रीम कोर्ट हैज अ मीडिएशन सेंटर, हाई कोर्ट, ऑल द डिस्ट्रिक्ट कोर्ट्स एंड कंज्यूमर forums, and everywhere there. So there are rules to get that panel. Right now, if I remember correctly, you have to have, I think, 10 years practice to be able to get that training. Now, this training is imparted by MCPC committee of Supreme Court of India. So you have to apply, but then you have to have so much experience. So for a law graduate who is so fresh, immediately will not be able to get those panels. This is one thing. But secondly, yes, if that lawyer is able to do some private matters, then he can do. For that there are a lot of platforms available, where this private where there's a training is given to a fresher. You need not even a lawyer, you can be a mediator. It is not necessary that you have to do law. So you can do those trainings. A lot of teachers are nowadays taking training from us, so that they can teach not only in colleges, but they can do mediation also. So we are working on those things. A lot of other courses are coming for the, but so only problem is that they will not be able to enroll for the court annex one, but private mediation they can do. But I would very honestly, I would like that, because if people are listening, I should be honest to them. Right now हमारे पास बहुत ज्यादा प्राइवेट मैटर्स अभी नहीं है, कि मतलब आप करो और आप कहो कि मैडम ने बोला था, तो मैडम ऑनेस्टली बोलेंगी. अभी हमारे देश में पहले से बहुत चेंज आया है. इट विल कम ऑल्सो, बट ऐसा नहीं है कि बहुत ज्यादा नहीं है. बट डेफिनेटली थिंग्स आर इम्प्रूविंग मच, बहुत जल्दी जल्दी इम्प्रूव कर रहे हैं.
Okay, ma'am. Moving on. Ma'am, what are the qualifications needed to become a mediator? Do we have to go through any particular training? It's
Exactly, that's what I'm saying, that you have to have a training. to become a mediator.
which
When
MCC.
there are private platforms like one is ADR, ODR, and then IIM. बाहर भी बहुत सारे हैं. But definitely, though, you have to pay a fee, whatever they're asking for, and you can become a mediator. But then you have to see ke, whether you will be able to earn so much after it. But definitely, they are very good courses, and people are applying for that. And no harm in having that skill with you, so that when the matter comes, at least you can say that yes, I am a mediator too. So
Okay,
then
ma'am.
you will be get that opportunity. Yes, it is
Okay,
there.
ma'am. Moving on, ma'am. Any advice for student going for mediation competition in their law school?
Uh, So Shubha, actually, luckily, I am right now giving a coaching to Bennett University students who are going to participate in an international moot court competition happening on 9th and 10th. So, and few days back also I was a judge in there was another competition. It was in Australia, Dispute Resolution Commission ka tha. So Indian students are going and they are doing well. They are well groomed now, and I feel like जैसे हम और moot court competitions करते हैं, अभी हमने different colleges का नरसिंह मुंजी का किया था एक मैंने. So it is, and I would say that one should participate in this competition, but please try to have a groom yourself. You should know what are the judges looking for, you know, from you in the, like, that is what I am giving them the coaching also, that what are the skills required. आपको अगर options generate करना है, for example in the moot, then your option should not be an option which is totally in your benefit. It has to be an option which is good for other, because they look at the student that they whether he has that mindset of collaboration or not. So though that can be judged by the options you are generating. So it is a very good thing and one should participate. And ये तो बहुत ज़्यादा अभी होने लगे हैं.
Yes, ma'am.
एंड इसके ऊपर लोग बहुत ग्रूमिंग करवा भी रहे हैं. एंड आपके कॉलेजेस में बोलिए कि आपको सिखाएं अच्छे से वो. एंड यू शुड, अगर नहीं है तो बोल के करवाओ अपने आप स्टार्ट.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm sure that your advice will definitely be more than helpful to students. Moving on to the next question, ma'am, what changes have you observed in the dispute resolution mechanism resorting to online mediums? How will online mediation be implemented in India in times of pandemic of 2020?
सो आई वुड से शुभम, हम लोग कर रहे हैं.
Okay.
Initially जब pandemic when it started, initially बहुत सारे the questions were coming कि होगा नहीं होगा, it is difficult, how can you will not be able to connect with people. Then there were a lot of other problems. Online connectivity was an issue. People were not everybody was not having those kind of phones that they are the where there video is there. Even if few people were having these kind of phone or gadgets, they were not able to understand that how to log in and log out. तो उस तरफ से ये प्रॉब्लम था. फिर हमारे यहाँ भी कुछ मीडिएटर्स का प्रॉब्लम, शुरू में बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस हमें भी थे, बहुत सारे हम मीडिएटर्स को भी नहीं आता था कि हाउ टू टेक अ सेपरेट सेशन. So we are doing on different platforms like Cisco. We are doing it on video with for Supreme Court. I'm doing on a video app for Delhi lower courts and all. I'm doing on this Cisco. And initially, yes, there was a big question mark. लग रहा था नहीं होगा. I think पर हम कुछ भी जब नया when we start, we always have those kind of apprehensions. But to be very honest, हमने किया. Was able to set up approximately 6 to 7 matters on online. So now I feel yes, it can happen, and it is better than doing nothing. You're doing something, and if people wants to resolve, they can resolve while sitting here also. So you are getting, and the good thing is you can do at any time when you are like comfortable. If whenever mediator can come anytime, if the parties they started requesting us that मैम हम 4 बजे या 5 बजे के बाद ही कर सकते हैं, okay. बट अगर कोर्ट में होते हो तो आप 5 बजे तो सेंटर बंद हो जाता है. So apart from that, I've done some private mediation also online, and a very good one. There was a major matrimonial dispute, and I used to have long hour session with the husband and wife separately, and luckily they are staying back together. So it takes time. Actually, we have to adapt ourselves to the new things available. एक टाइम पे पहले लगता ही नहीं था कि हम मोबाइल फोन के ऊपर इतना चीजें कर सकते हैं।
Correct, ma'am.
अभी तो हमारे को उसके अलावा कुछ सूझता नहीं है। मोर और लेस वी आर हैविंग ऑल द टाइम मोबाइल फोन में, सो वी आर चेंजिंग। एंड अगर मुझे तो लगता है पेंडेमिक खत्म होने के बाद भी वी शुड कीप ऑन डूइंग थिंग्स ऑनलाइन। फॉर एग्जांपल लाइक few one of the mediation which a private mediation I got is the husband is in Dubai, the wife is in Noida. Now what is happening is that he if हम खाली physical mediation पे ही रहेंगे तो वो कब आएगा, कब होगा, वो आया एक हफ्ते के लिए। Now online है, he can join at any time from anywhere and we can talk at any hour. So, and definitely they are very happy and I'm also happy. I'm getting good fees and they are getting their result. It is actually सुप्रीम कोर्ट में भी जैसे हमारे मैटर्स आते हैं जो पार्टीज दोनों बाहर से होती हैं।
Yes,
तो
ma'am.
अगर कोई इंडिया से बाहर है या कोई if someone is not well also, तो भी आप अपने लैपटॉप या फोन पे मीडिएशन के अंदर पार्टिसिपेट तो कर ही सकते हो। सो इट इज अ वेरी
Correct.
गुड थिंग एंड आई थिंक वी शुड कैरी ऑन इवन आफ्टर द पैंडेमिक इज ओवर।
Okay, ma'am. Moving on to the next question. Why is awareness about mediation as an effective way of dispute resolution necessary from your perspective as someone who has worked as a mediator?
I would say, Shubham, that you have to have that love for mediation to be a good mediator. Love in the sense, what I like about mediation is, apart from, people are able to save their time and money. What I like about mediation is that I am when I am a mediator in a matter, and when people are able to resolve their dispute in a month or 2 months time, we can see the result at that time itself. You can see the smile on their faces. You can see you can draw a roadmap for them. Okay, in the settlement we write everything on this, that this will happen, everything. So the roadmap is given. So the result or outcome is already there. So आपको इतनी जल्दी result कोर्ट में नहीं दिखता है. First of all, so when people are happily, some people they give us hug, किसी के बच्चे आ जाते हैं प्यार करने, आंटी आपने इतने अच्छे से करा दिया. कई बारी people, किसी के पेरेंट्स रो रहे होते हैं. कई बारी कितनी चीजें होती हैं when people come and they come and they show that they are very happy going back with this settlement. It gives us a satisfaction as a human being that yes, you are able to do something good for the society, for the profession from which you have earned so much. So I love mediation and I actually got into mediation because of this sole reason, because when I started mediation I was not even aware कि इतना आगे जाएगा. But जब शुरू किया तो बड़ा अच्छा लगता था. When I used to go back home, I remember my son was very young. He used to gather from my face expression कि आज मम्मा ने किसी का कुछ एक सेटलमेंट्स अच्छे कराए होंगे, और अगर नहीं होता था तो that frustration, I used to feel कि लोग क्यों नहीं समझते हैं, they are wasting their time and energy. So those are the things I love about mediation, and I think एक passion होना चाहिए आपके अंदर. तभी आप एक अच्छा mediator हो सकते हो, because only then you will
Yes,
put
ma'am.
all your energies and to complete the whole process. And definitely nothing is more important than the smile of people, and you see the result is out as fast as it can.
Thank you, ma'am. With this, we come to end of the talk show. We thank
Okay,
you. We thank you for joining us at the Tuesday talk show. The session was
always.
very informative, ma'am. I'm sure the audience will definitely resort to mediation in resolving their disputes. Thank you very much.
Yes, I would like to say one more thing. Lex Parlay is doing a great thing. Young students like you, I am actually amazed, and to see that kind of when we were students, हमें कुछ नहीं पता था, हम तो मस्ती करते रहते. Nowadays, it is very different. So you are doing a great job. I keep on writing, reading your articles every day.
Thank you,
And
ma'am.
आप लोग आए हुए हो, बिल्कुल इतना मेहनत करते हो. All the best to
Thank you,
you,
ma'am.
and
Thank you
always
so
with
much,
the
ma'am.
Young generation. Okay.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
ma'am. Thank you so
Take
much,
care,
ma'am.
Shubham. Bye
Thank you,
bye. And
ma'am.
all the best to Lex Parley also.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye bye. Yeah,
Bye,
bye.
ma'am.
Bye.